Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining this second episode of Let's Chat Music. Today, we are going to cover um, a favorite topic of mine, which is um, pentatonic scales. Pentatonic scales are one of the starting or foundational um, scales that people practice or learn when they start learning soloing for lead guitarists, for lead playing, um, or if you want to do some bass solos. That is mostly applicable for both major scales and minor scales, and some simple stuff that you want to do. Um, that's where the pentatonic scales come into play. They are also important if you want to do some fills in between. Say, for example, if you are transitioning to, let's say, from root note to a second note, and if you want to do some fills in between, so you could So that part that I was just playing the second minor shape of the pentatonic forms, which we will discuss later. So basically, this is a foundational scale that everybody should know, whether you're a lead player or a bass player. So what it means is, in major scale, or the scale that we commonly hear, there are 7 notes. In pentatonic scales, there's only 5 notes, and those notes are mostly applicable on both a major scale and a minor scale. So let's say you're playing in the key of D, and you have this is the major scale, right? So D, E, F sharp, G, A, C sharp, what is that, B, which is a minor note, and C sharp, D. So D, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. That's your major scale, and your minor scale is D, E, F, G, A sharp, and C, D. Basically D minor, which is the same as key of F, but both D major, which is, and D minor, which is, has some common notes or common notes, which is called the pentatonic notes. The 5 notes in those two scales are the same. So both D major and D minor has the same common notes, which are D, D, E, F sharp, A, B, and D. So D, E, F sharp, A, B, and D. That's the pentatonic scale. Only 5 notes: D, E, F sharp, A, B, D. So these notes are applicable both on the major scale, which is, and the minor scale. So it goes well with both the keys. That's why you have pentatonic scales there. So bad, I made a mistake there. So these notes are same in the key of, I probably took the wrong key to discuss, but anyways, instead of D, let me go to C, which is easy for everybody to understand. Sorry. Okay, so let's scratch that. Let's start with C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's the major scale. So, and you have the pentatonic scale going like. C, D, E, G, A, B, C, D, G, A, B. So this scale is applicable both on the major form and both on the minor form, which is your A minor. That's basically it. Let's not complicate too much. This is your major key, C, and the relative minor, which is the A minor, that also has the same notes. So in the key of C, if the song is in major scale, which is key of C, you are still concerned only about those notes, the pentatonic notes. And in the key of A minor, which is also similar, relative minor for the C key, C major key, you're having the same notes. Sorry, I should have taken this scale because it's easy to explain and everybody knows, and I'm more comfortable talking. I can talk about D scale or F scale or any other scale by finger memory, but it's easy for me to speak with some of the notes that some of the scales that mostly we talk about. So that's C scale or G scale. In any case, so today what I want to do is some exercises on the C major scale or any scale. It doesn't matter which scale you're playing. So this whatever skill that we are learning today, it is transferable. So whether you're playing in the C scale, D, or any other minor scale or any scale, it's transferable. So that's one good thing about learning it in a different way. So I'm more of like a visual person. That's why you'll see a fretboard diagram with the note names up there. So it's easy to visualize the fretboard and play. And I'll tell you later on how to make it applicable on other keys as well. So let's start with these 5 notes on the C scale. So C, D, E, G, A, C, C, D, E, G, C. So this position we call the root position. David, quiet. So this is root position. So D. As you can see my fingers. You might need to, if you're new to bass playing, and imagine the frets are bit wider than a lead guitar or an acoustic guitar, so you might need to stretch your fingers a little bit, but this is one of the forms. See, if you can follow along with the same pattern, don't change anything now. Once you're an expert, you could change things, like you could find different patterns. See things like that here, or if I go here. But for now, let's stick on to the basic, which is your middle finger that goes into the root position. So this is what I'm going to practice for a while here with my beats, the groove. So you will get a better understanding of that. So in the screen I'm gonna put that particular root position pentatonic. You can follow along with that image, the diagram. So the low here is the lower string, which is the low B, E, A, D, G, so the low strings here, and the high is your higher strings. Okay, so higher strings, lower strings. So your root note starts with your middle finger, so root, second, third, fifth. So in case of C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So I'm not gonna tell the names of the notes, instead I'm gonna start using the numbers, so you can move around with different keys. So root 2, 3, 5, 6, root again. So let's play it that to a groove. So in bass playing, one of the important things that you need to remember is playing on time, meaning right on the note, and also sustaining enough that you are able to carry, like, based on the situations, but in most cases you have to sustain the note till you jump onto the next one, the next beat. So instead of it, some musical situations, staccato musical situations calls for that, but when you're learning, it's important that you are able to sustain the note to its full length before you jump onto the next note. So okay, so let's play that slowly. One more time. Go. Let's try that in a different position. Let's try that in another position here. It's another C note here. Nice. Let's try that couple more places too. So this is the sixth, sorry, the sixth string. Okay. One thing that I learned over the years is after, let's say, 10th fret, it's better to use only 3 fingers. You will be able to reach the notes better. Some people disagree, like if you have 4 string or for my playing style at least, I think I like using only 3 fingers, let's say after the 12th fret. Here I'll be able to stretch like 4 fingers properly, but here I'm just gonna use 3 fingers. Because it's very hard to reach a wider fretboard 6th string up here. So let's practice. Sorry. Let's try one more position here. There's another C note here. Another thing that you will notice that, if you look a very old bass that's been used pretty well, like relict guitars or other well used road worn guitars, if you look them, most of the frets or the area that is covered in the fingerboard would be like from here to here to here, like here. It's rarely you would see any marks here. Like it's very hard to access these frets, like especially on a 6th string. So just keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged if you're not able to do it here. You have plenty of other options on 6th string bass, in different areas. Like common places are here, and if you have a song that needs low C, there's another one here. That's the lowest that you could get. But here, mostly in the recordings that you would see it here or here. And in gospel fills that you would see here. I'm not going to edit this video. There are a lot of YouTube videos, tutorials out there that's like edited properly, crafted videos. I want to keep this original. You see the same mistakes that I'm making, so it's natural to make mistakes, whether a newbie or like a seasoned professional. So this is what the content is. Okay. This is another place that you could play some fills with this particular groove. Let's do some grooves here. Let's say same pattern. If you wanna hum to the notes, it would be easy for you to keep it in memory. If you learn if you know classical Malayalam, Carnatic Sarigama, it'll be like okay. Let's do the same. I just want to show you how this is transferable to a different key. The same pattern, the same shape, can be used in a totally different key. Let's say, let's go to A flat. We could go here, same pattern, root, second, third, fifth, sixth, and again root. On a 6-string bass, you have the advantage of having that. Again here, the next octave. And you have the advantage of having another note here. Another one here. Okay. Another one here. It's just the mirror image of this this fret here after the 12th. Here on the 16th fret. Yeah, so just want to show you, like, how you can transpose the same shape to different keys. This is one advantage of learning some patterns when you're starting playing bass. It's easily transferable. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So that was my initial practice. Hello Joshua, thanks for joining. Alrighty. Next, so the next shape, let's try the next one. The next shape is pretty easy, and it's mostly, or it's one of the widely used shapes. It's just that you could see, like, in the screen there, it's like a box. If you're in the key of C, it's easy for anybody to play. Some cool licks. It's pretty interesting if you learn it, in that if you're playing like a groove, it's easy to do some fills, like you get the idea. I mean, that's not how you play in real situations, but so yeah, you get the idea. So what this diagram means is, or what this pattern means is, if you are in the key of C, you're starting on the second note. So it's the second, third, fifth, sixth, and second, ending in the second note. C, going to C. So yeah, there's nothing. So if in the key of C, it's D, E, G, A, C, E. Sorry, Riga, Pa, Ta, Sa, Riga, Pa, Ta, Sa. This is transferable to different parts of the fretboard. that you need to know that in the key of C, the second note, where is the second note in the fretboard? In the future lessons, I'll tell you, like, some of the easiest way to learn the fretboards. But just for now, it's just understand that it starts with the second note of the key that you're working on. We have another D here. I missed here. There's one here. When we go here, you'll have another one here. Then here the next octave. This is the key, C. Same here, C. Fun. So that's the second pentatonic scale, or second shape, I would say. It's one of the easiest shape. In another lesson that I will probably, or when I practice, I'll talk to you about how do you play chords corresponding to the pentatonic scale. So let's say chord, right? And if you incorporate that with the pentatonic, it would sound really nice. So this is the D minor triad, and this is the D minor tetrad or D minor seventh. See how sweet it is. So if the accompaniment for the song is playing D minor, you're playing the arpeggio for D minor. If you want to do some fills, this is what you have to do. Let's play that in a groove, so you'll get what I'm saying. Minor chord. You accent it with this chord. It's easy to do some solos and stay here for a while. another cool thing about the pentatonic scale is there is no concern that you should have that you are playing a wrong note. So like I said, those 5 notes goes with the relative minor and the major key very well, and any chords that you're playing in that key, whether it's C major, D minor, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, again C major. You can include these 5 notes anywhere in that and it would sound beautiful, unless there is a special chord or a chord that has notes that's not part of the key, and if you play these notes over it, it may sound weird. But in most use cases, these 5 notes are like your Swiss Army knife, where you can use it anywhere. Okay. Alright, moving on. I'll talk a bit more about the chord shapes and another chord shape, the inversions. You could play along in that particular position. So this second minor position that we are playing, there's a lot of other opportunities to play chord inversions, like the first inversion, second inversion, and a lot of other stuff while we play. So yeah, I'll cover those in another session. It's interesting. Next thing is our third shape. Oh, like I said earlier, this shape can be used anywhere in the fretboard with any key. Let me cover that real quickly. Let's go to the shape that we learned, so the key that we took early, or a totally different key. Let's say you're playing F major. If you're in the key of F, of F. If you want to incorporate this box there, or the second minor pentatonic position, find the second note, which is the G minor. As you can see, I'm just playing that position box there. I'll just practice that a bit. I'll also talk a little bit more about how do you connect pentatonics with the actual scale shape. Like, there's 2 additional notes. So these notes, I'll talk a little bit more when I cover the major scale. But for now, let's stick with this. Also, this shape is pretty good when you want to do like a slap. shape is good for you to do both hammer-ons and pull-offs. I'll cover those techniques later. See? Anyways, so that's the second minor position. Let's look at the third one. So if you are playing in the key of C again, you have to know where the third note is, which is probably your E minor. There's two ways for you to find that. It's right here, C. This is your third one, or it's here, or if it's C, and if you look at your fifth, and this is your E as well, open string E, or here there's another E. In any case, so if you're in the key of C, you have the E minor shape here. This is your third minor box shape. Let's play with the key, root key. So one good thing about this particular shape is there's a lot of opportunities to incorporate some of those inversion shapes, the first inversion, the second inversion shapes in this. When we cover that, you will know, but for now just understand that the third note on your major scale will have the 3 minor position, as you can see in the screen, 3, 5, 6, root, third. So it would be sorry, I'm not a singer, so I don't know how to sing the swarams properly, but you get the idea. Again, this is one of those shapes you have to stretch. If you have smaller hands, you might need to put some effort into stretching it, especially on a 6-string guitar. This one has 35-inch scale length as well, so let's play with the groove. Great. Let's play with the wrong note. So it's a key of C. Another one here. Another one here. Alright, that is the third minor pentatonic scale, or pentatonic form, I would say. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty. Okay, so it's another cool shape. So this is the 5 major position. Again, it carries a little bit over from the second minor. So you learned about the second minor earlier. So if it's the key of C, this is the second minor, and the 5th major position is also similar. Right under the second minor, you will get the 5th note. So sorry. So part of the second minor is there in the 5th box as well. So it can be used in your slap situations, or many of the because it's almost kind of a boxed shape. Also, because in the key of C, G note is the perfect 5th. So sonically it's pretty related or closely from a pitch each perspective it's related very closer to the root node itself. So you can incorporate that most, like you would see in most songs. You would see the fifth note or the fifth chord in most of the songs. Like if there's a root, there's probably gonna be a fifth note. Like, you know, I cannot certainly say it's the case always, but the perfect fifth is mostly there. So this is pretty important in that, you know, if you learn it, you could do some nice solos. Let's do some playing around with it. Again, there's a lot of inversions, and first inversion, second inversions, and any chords that you're playing in a key, you could play in this position as well. I'll cover that later, but let's play some exercise here. I'm not giving you, like, you know, I'm not saying you have to do this exercise, whatever you choose to do, just make it musically sound good. Okay, that's the fifth minor, sorry, fifth major position. It's pretty good for soloing. The final one is your the relative minor, I would say. I think that's what it's called. It's a major scale, the minor scale. It's a major scale. The first position that we learned, the root position, minor scale. So starts with the sixth note of the key. The minor sixth, sorry, the major sixth. This is all pretty good in that you could do a lot of chord the arpeggio to the arpeggio to the pentatonic transitions. Like you could fill pretty nicely with this shape. Okay, let's play. Again, this can be used anywhere in the fretboard. So it'll be like da. Changing the key a little bit. Let's do, say for example, let's do C minor. So it would be the key of C minor would be the key of E flat, right? Yeah, E flat. So let's try this shape in the key of C minor. Alright, so that is all the pentatonic shapes, the 5 shapes. It's easy to follow visually. If you have any questions or comments about what I was showing here, let me know. Learn the pentatonic scales. It would help you in your musical journey. If you are a lead guitarist, I know for sure you'll learn it. As a bassist also, it's interesting to learn that. You can do some awesome fills, and if you get a chance to solo, I know nobody likes to see or hear a bassist soloing, but if you get a chance, this would come in very handy. Yeah, okay, so that is those are the minor the pentatonic shapes. And also apologies that I made a mistake earlier when describing minor, relative minor and major scales, and how the pentatonic shapes apply to those. Okay, and these lessons are all impromptu lessons. I don't prepare anything. I just have these screenshots of the notes that I took earlier, and I'm just saying on the go, so it's not prepared. So mistakes can happen, and that's normal. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe my channel and leave a thumbs up or a bell. I don't know what is that, the bell button. Yeah, thank you. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye.